Okay, so for this video, we're gonna learn how to make a tomato sauce. In front of you, we have several ingredients. Okay, so we have 3 onions that's diced. We have 1 carrot that's peeled and cut. The reason why we put the carrot in is actually add a little bit of sweetness to your tomato sauce. We have 1 can of tomatoes that's roughly 100 fluid ounces or 2.84 liters. 1 can will go into 1 recipe. We also have roughly 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil, as well as garlic that's minced. So garlic, roughly 2 tablespoons. We're looking at anywhere between 6 to 8 cloves. We also have salt, black pepper, vegetable seasoning, sugar. These 4 ingredients are used as seasoning at the end of the whole cooking process. Okay, so we're gonna turn the stove on, maybe roughly medium heat, medium-high heat. I'm gonna put in our oil. So I've just put in 3 tablespoons of oil. I'm gonna let it heat up for maybe 30 seconds to a minute.
Yep.
Okay, after 30 seconds to a minute, I'm gonna start putting my onions in. So I put in my onions. Now I'm looking for softening the onions. So if it's, I'm giving it a stir. If it's too loud of a sizzle, I'm gonna turn it back down. If I don't hear a little bit of sizzle, then I'm gonna turn the heat up. This is called the sweating process, so I don't want to add any color to my onions. I'm just gonna slowly cook. Now because this is a really hot stove, you gotta be careful about both sides of the handle. It's usually hot. What you wanna do is grab a dry cloth and just to hold it as you're turning, just in case. So I'm softening my onions. This process should take roughly 3 to 5 minutes. And then after that, I'm gonna add in my garlic.
Mr. Wisen, please call 404. Mr. Wisen, 404.
And I'm gonna continue to cook for a little bit. Continue to soften the onions. I can also add my carrots at this point. Now the carrots are cut this size, which is okay because we're gonna take them out at the end. Now just be careful every time we're grabbing the handle, because this is a hot handle, we need a dry cloth.
Rolling.
After the onions and the garlic is softened and the carrots are in, I want to turn this stove right down before I add my tomatoes. If this pot is too high, when I add my tomatoes in, it's going to splash back right at you. Now be careful when you're pouring the tomatoes in, you want to actually pour it away from you. I'm going to turn on a little bit of water just to rinse out the can. And then this goes into the recycling. I'm going to give this a stir. I'm going to turn this heat up. I'm going to simmer it for 45 minutes. Cool? Ready? Okay, so after we simmer for 45 minutes to an hour, we'll take out the carrot. We'll take out the carrots, and I'm going to season with a little bit of sugar, salt and pepper, just be careful when you season, make sure that the lid is on so that properly so you don't pour everything in. Give it a stir. We can even add some vegetable seasoning if we like. Now the whole point is we're going to put a little bit of time and taste it, because if you're going to put too much, we can't take it away. If we put a little bit of time, we can continue just add a little bit more until we get it right. So now I'm going to taste the sauce. And then put it in the fridge. The end.